I'm at the University of Pennsylvania. It's my first year. I don't know what to expect. Am I going to make friends? How the professor is going to be? How am I going to be adapt to daily life? What about the eating situation? When I first moved into the beautiful, beautiful dorms called the Quad at the University of Pennsylvania, this historic building. It was tremendous. It had all these gargoyles over the building and just these secret little passageways. And I wanted to have a roommate because I wanted to have someone to hang out with. And my parents recommended it as well. And also other people that have been on the campus and alumni as well. They said, you should have a roommate because, listen, it helps you out and whatever. I never really lived with someone in, the same room as me. So what was it going to be like? Was it going to have the light on at night? Was he going to read a book? Was he going to go to the library to study? I didn't know at all. That's where kind of the transition from high school to college in terms of certainty. I didn't know what was certain, right, when I was going to Penn. And so that was just one thing that I was kind of a little bit, didn't know what to expect. The roommate situation ended up working out okay. I met a lot of friends on the same floor as mine that lived in Long Island and the city and the New York tri-state area. Another thing, showing up on class. Were they gonna quiz me? Were they gonna call me out and say, Rich, what's the answer to that? And the transition from a really great high school where it was I kind of was friends with a lot of the teachers and they knew me. This was a class filled with 500 people. So these were certain things that were thrown at me just the very beginning, the first week of school. What is this all about? I'm used to my certainty, going home, doing my homework. I like that certainty, but my life needed to move on. It needed to change because that's how the world works. Gradually, there was some certainty, that kind of changed a little bit through the first and second month at Penn. I ended up befriending a lot of people that played ping pong. I ended up working at the Daily Pennsylvanian, which was the school newspaper, and I gradually kind of created some certainty in my life, showing up on class at certain times. And just certain things that just were uncertain, hey, showing up at the gym and interacting with people or befriending people or going to parties, going to fraternity parties and other things. And it was just I was becoming a real, an adult at that time. I was 18 years old and it's wow, this is what life has to offer. And it was very exciting. I thought doing these things and interacting with people and having the college life, was a lot of fun, but just very different. So I think for all you folks, right, the lesson here is that, hey, change is great. Certainty is great too, right? But life is not about certainty. There's changes that need to happen, whether it's in your professional life, your personal life, and just waking up each day. That's what makes kind of being a beautiful, human being, right? Change and adapting, and maybe this curveballs that are thrown at you, but, stand up high, adapt, change, and you'll do it.